Hi guys, and welcome back to TAU-TASTIC, and I don't know why I do it like that. I just do it like that. Okay, because that's how it rolls. That's how I roll. I'm doing it like that. Okay, so what have I got here? I've got the next part, which is part 2 of the Broadside series. Now, the last one wasn't very informative, and this isn't going to be either. This is more about look at how deadly you can make your broadsides just by reading the rules and having a good giggle with them. Okay, so what have we got here? Well, we have, I'll do that again, the Broadside missile launcher, guys, with smart smart missile launchers, or whatever they're called, and we've armed them with missile drones as well, which makes these very, very, very deadly. Effectively, I think, I may be wrong, but you've got something like 30 to 36 shots if you sort of add them all up, not including how you do your rerolls and stuff. If you do your rerolls, it's probably half the amount, but effectively you've got 36 shots, I think. Don't hold me to it. It's 30 or 36. But wow, imagine that. Although it's got a shorter range to its missile systems than compared to, say, the railgun on the other broadsides, but it's an infantry killer. This will wipe out an entire squad, and this is what you want. You want these sat behind troops, so you can just go missile, 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 kaboom, and then there'll be lots of screaming and shouting and yelling, calling for their mothers and stuff like that after you've wiped out most of them all out. But this is a very exciting way of tooling up your guys. Now, what have I done? Well, I've played around with the old Forge World kit for the broadsides and added some of the new stuff. So I've added the new arms, and I've added these drones with them as well. Now I've got a lot of drones. I think I've got pretty well over 30-40 drones in my entire army so far. I'm probably going to get more because Forge World do drones as well, and I'm probably going to buy quite a few different drones because they're very, very exciting. Okay, so let's pull the drones out just for a second, because I've got to say, drones are, let's get rid of that. Drones are where it's at. These are very, very cool. You can tell I'm excited about a TAU army. I'll tell you what, if I could just build a drone army, I would. Because these are just, and I know you can, there is a list out there for a drone army. And I think Shadow Sun, or whatever her name is, has quite a few drones in her army as well. But if we just take a look at the damage and weathering on that, it's actually quite nice. I'm actually quite chuffed with this. The paint's gone through from the red and into the white and then into the metal, and it's given it quite a nice look. It's not everybody's taste, but it keeps me happy, and that's the main thing. Okay, and what have we got here? Same again, different styles. Now I've sponged this and I've painted this to give me my chipping effects, and that's what you need, different varied styles of chipping. That's why it works out quite well. You can do some beautiful sponging effects that will give you the idea of paint that's been worn away. And again, they're all on the snowy bases. We won't look at them all because they're basically pretty much just weathered. Okay, so they go over there. So let's start off with this guy over here. So you can see what I've done. Now, they're not as tall and not as wide as the new versions, but it gives us a nice little look and style to it all. It's different in the sense that it's nice to mix old and new together, because it gives it its own style of armour. Now, by doing this and adding these guys, these arms onto these ones, I've got my own styled and my own variant of broadside, which is really cool, which is really, really nice. And again, we've got snowy bases, tough pieces of grassy tufts and stuff like that sticking out of the ground, and not so much heavily armoured on, not so much heavily on the old snow this time, but you know, it's a nice look. Now this guy is almost resting one arm on his knee, just there. That's just a nice pose, and the yellowy death just makes it so. Now I could have gone for white missiles, but I thought I'd break up the white and the red by adding the yellow to my missiles, because that is, I mean, it's very obvious what they are straight away, and it's a really nice look. Now obviously this guy's the leader of the squad. He's my Shalvar, or whatever they're called, Shalvar. I probably got that whole name wrong. People are going to keep telling me, but I do like them. It's kind of a nice pose, you know. There's not a lot of detail in this, but the detail that is there is quite nice. And I do like the heads, the different style of heads compared to the other ones that I've got. A lot bigger as well. And if we go closer, you can just see what I've done. So they've all got the same coloured eye patterns there, and you can see where the guy has a little view screen looking out. You know, so these are quite beautiful. So this is a devastating, a devastating volley of fire coming from these guys, with your 6 missile drones, with your shoulder mounted smart missiles there, or whatever they're called, and then you've got these things here. I mean, you're going to get so much fire out of them, it's going to be unbelievable. Sit them behind your troops and fire over the top, because you're going to have so much fun. Anyway, I'm still learning about this. This is all very new to me, all very exciting, but from what I've heard, this is the way to go. Okay guys, I will see you very soon. Take care of yourselves and see you later.